It's a story I've seen many times in my career as a neurosurgeon, but it never loses its power. I remember a young woman named Sarah who arrived at the hospital after a serious car accident. Her heart was badly damaged, and the outlook was grim. For days, her family waited, hoping for a miracle. Traditional methods were not enough to save her. The clock was ticking, and we were running out of options. Every beat of her heart was a struggle, a fight against time itself. We knew that without a significant intervention, a life full of potential would be cut tragically short. Her parents held on to a thread of hope, but the reality of her condition was a heavy weight in the room. Then, technology offered a lifeline. Doctors proposed a new kind of artificial heart pump, a ventricular assist device, or VAD. This small, powerful machine wasn't a complete replacement heart. Instead, it was designed to help her own weakened heart do its job. It would take over the heavy lifting, pumping blood through her body while her own heart muscle had a chance to rest and heal. The decision was not easy. It involved complex surgery and a future where a machine would be part of her body. For Sarah and her family, it was a leap of faith into the world of modern medical science, trusting that this blend of human biology and engineering could succeed where nature was failing. The surgery was a success. The device began to work, its quiet hum a new rhythm of life. Slowly, color returned to Sarah's face. Her body, once failing, started to recover. The machine was doing more than just pumping blood. It was giving her a second chance. It was a bridge back to life, a testament to human ingenuity. This piece of technology, born from years of research and countless hours of work by scientists and engineers, was now seamlessly integrated with her own anatomy. It was a powerful example of how we can use our knowledge to repair what was once considered irreparably broken, pushing back against the finality of a fatal diagnosis. Sarah's story is not just about one person. It is a powerful symbol of where medicine is today. We are no longer just fighting diseases with pills and simple procedures. We are now in an era where we can repair, replace, and even enhance the human body with technology. We are using science to mend broken parts and restore function in ways that would have seemed like science fiction just a generation ago. Sarah was able to leave the hospital, not just to survive, but to live a full life. Her story shows us the incredible promise of medical innovation and sets the stage for an even more amazing future, one where we don't just fix what's broken, but improve upon it. For centuries, we have accepted a certain reality about our bodies. We are born, we grow, we get older, and eventually our bodies begin to decline. We see aging as a natural and unavoidable part of life. This process includes weaker muscles, slower thinking, and a greater vulnerability to diseases. This perspective has shaped our cultures, our philosophies, and our expectations for what a human life should be. We have viewed these limitations as fundamental truths, a biological destiny that every person must face. We have focused our medical efforts primarily on treating sickness and injury, aiming to restore people to a normal state of health rather than questioning the limits of that normality itself. But a new and bold idea is starting to take hold, challenging this old way of thinking. This idea is at the core of a movement called Transhumanism. Proponents of this philosophy look at the human body and see something that can be improved. They argue that we should not have to accept the limitations of our biology. Why should we be vulnerable to cancer, Alzheimer's, or even the slow decay of aging? They compare the human body to a piece of hardware that is running on outdated software. They believe that through science and technology, we can write a new code for humanity, one that allows us to live longer, healthier, and more capable lives than ever before. This concept of upgrading our bodies might sound strange, but we are already doing it in small ways. Think about it. We use glasses to correct our vision, giving us better sight than our natural eyes can provide. We get vaccines that train our immune systems to be smarter and stronger against invisible enemies like viruses. Pacemakers regulate our heartbeats with a precision that a damaged heart cannot manage on its own. These are all forms of human enhancement. We are already using technology to go beyond our natural, baseline abilities. The question is no longer if we should enhance ourselves, but how far we are willing to go. The core argument is simple. If we have the power to overcome sickness and frailty, shouldn't we use it? If we can develop technologies that not only prevent disease but also expand our physical and mental capacities, what is holding us back? This perspective reframes aging and biological limits not as a destiny to be accepted, but as a technical problem to be solved. Just as we solved the challenge of flying or communicating across oceans, transhumanists believe we can solve the challenge of our own biological constraints. It is a profound shift in how we see ourselves and our place in the world, opening up incredible possibilities for the future. Today, this vision of an enhanced future is moving from theory to reality in labs and companies around the world. Three major areas are leading the charge. The first is the world of biorobotic interfaces, where machines and the human body connect directly. Think of advanced prosthetic limbs that can be controlled by a person's thoughts. Companies like Mobius Bionics are developing arms that can not only move with precision, but also allow the user to feel the texture and temperature of an object they are holding. This technology is not just about replacing a lost limb, it's about restoring and even heightening the sense of touch, creating a connection between mind and machine that feels completely natural. A second revolutionary trend is the three-dimensional printing of biological materials, a field known as bioprinting. For decades, patients in need of an organ transplant have faced a long and uncertain wait. But what if we could print a new organ on demand? Researchers at institutions like the Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine are making huge strides in this area. They are using a patient's own cells as the ink to print living tissue layer by layer. They have already successfully printed and implanted simpler structures like bladders and muscle tissue in patients. The ultimate goal is to print complex organs like kidneys, livers, and hearts, ending transplant waiting lists forever. The third, and perhaps most mind-boggling frontier, is cognitive augmentation. This is technology designed to enhance our brains. We are not just talking about improving memory or focus, but potentially learning new skills almost instantly. A company called Kernel is developing non-invasive helmets that can measure brain activity with incredible detail, hoping to understand and eventually improve cognitive function. At the same time, Elon Musk's company, Neuralink, is working on brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. These are tiny threads implanted in the brain that could one day help people with paralysis control computers with their minds, or even allow for direct communication between brains, a sort of technological telepathy. These three areas, biorobotics, three-dimensional printed organs, and brain interfaces, represent the cutting edge of human enhancement. From exoskeletons that give people superhuman strength to printed organs that never get rejected, the possibilities are staggering. These are not distant dreams. They are active fields of research with billions of dollars in funding and some of the brightest minds in the world working on them. Each breakthrough brings us closer to a future where we have direct control over our own biology, allowing us to rebuild, repair, and reshape ourselves in ways we are only just beginning to imagine. We are standing at a crossroads in human history, a moment of incredible potential and profound questions. The technologies we are developing can do more than just heal the sick and repair the injured. They are opening the door to a future where we can fundamentally change what it means to be human. This forces us to ask ourselves a very important question. What is the ultimate goal? Do we want to use these powerful new tools simply for protection, to create a world where no one has to suffer from cancer, Alzheimer's, or a debilitating injury? A world where everyone is guaranteed a long and healthy life, free from the randomness of biological decay? Or do we want to aim for something more? Should we embrace the goal of perfection and pursue superhuman abilities? Imagine a future where we can enhance our intelligence, making us smarter and more creative. Picture a world where we can upgrade our senses to see in infrared or hear sounds beyond our current range. We could have bodies that never get tired, that can heal from any wound almost instantly. This path is not just about eliminating the negative aspects of our biology like disease and aging. It is about actively adding new capabilities, about becoming faster, stronger, and smarter, better than human. This is the bold promise of transhumanism. This choice between protection and perfection is not a simple one, and it is a conversation that we all need to be a part of. These decisions should not be left only to scientists in their labs or CEOs in their boardrooms. The future of humanity belongs to all of us. The technologies being created today will shape the lives of our children and grandchildren. They will redefine our societies, our values, and our understanding of ourselves. Whether we choose a future focused on healing and security or one that reaches for godlike abilities, the consequences will be enormous for everyone. So I encourage you to think about it. What kind of future do you want to live in? What kind of future do you want to help build? The next chapter of human evolution will not be written by slow, natural selection. It will be written by the conscious choices we make right now. You are part of this story. You have a voice in this conversation. The journey is just beginning, and we are all co-authors of what comes next. Imagine yourself as a participant in this grand project, taking part in the next great leap for humanity. The future is waiting to be created.